Harry and Meghan's greatest fear has just come true. For years, they believed the prince title was untouchable, that family protects family no matter what. But the palace statement proves they were wrong. Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor is now the unthinkable precedent, and they just realized they're next. What happened this week isn't just royal drama. This is a line being crossed that can never be uncrossed.
So from Buckingham Palace, His Majesty the King has today initiated a formal process to remove the style, titles and honours of Prince Andrew.
King Charles stripped his own brother of everything. The Prince title, gone. The Duke of York title, erased. Earl of Inverness, Baron Killy-Lee, every single honor he had, wiped clean. Andrew is no longer His Royal Highness. He's just Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor now, a regular guy with a fancy last name. After living in the massive royal lodge for 20 years, he's been served formal notice. Pack your bags, surrender the lease, you're moving to private accommodation on the Sandringham estate. But here's the part that sent chills down everyone's spine. The palace statement didn't just strip titles. It included a line we have never seen in royal history. The king and queen's thoughts remain with the victims and survivors of any and all forms of abuse. They're taking sides. This statement wasn't planned weeks in advance. This was emergency damage control. Royal insiders are confirming what we all suspected. Something bigger is about to break. New information is coming out, and the royals had to act fast to get ahead of it. That's why Andrew is still listed on the royal website right now. If this had been properly organized, he would have been scrubbed before the announcement went live. They're working against the clock. Whatever's coming is bad enough that they had to throw Andrew under the bus immediately. The timing tells us everything. This wasn't a calculated move. This was pure panic dressed up as official protocol. William watched his father hesitate for months. He watched Andrew show up at family events like nothing happened. He watched the public grow angrier with every sighting, and he decided enough was enough.
Prince William is going to be an extraordinary king for this country, a king we need to slim down and modernize the monarchy.
Emily Matlis, the journalist who destroyed Andrew in that infamous BBC interview, just revealed what went down behind palace walls. She told reporters, "There's a question over whether the princesses are being asked, 'You've got to get your dad to move out.' That one sentence tells you everything. That's not a request, that's pressure from the top." William went to his cousins, Beatrice and Eugenie, and made it crystal clear, get your father out of royal lodge or there will be consequences for them. The princesses are being used as leverage. Their titles, their status, their entire royal existence hangs in the balance, and they know it. Beatrice and Eugenie are princesses right now, but that protection only exists because William allows it. He just showed them he's willing to take it all away if Andrew doesn't comply. So what did they do? Word on the street says they went to their father. They begged him to leave. They told him if he didn't go voluntarily, William would force him out and drag them down with him. And if it is true, Andrew had no choice. His daughters were being threatened. This is William flexing raw power, and everyone in the family just got the message loud and clear. The future king isn't interested in protecting anyone who damages the crown. He's interested in one thing only: preserving the monarchy.
Is this Prince William here? Now, we talk about him a lot, and we do know, of course, very, very sadly, the king is sick. He has cancer. And of course, this is increasing speculation about whether or not now William is steering the royal family into a direction when he takes over.
So why now? Why strip Andrew after all these years of protecting him? 3 things happened at once, and that created a perfect storm. First, Virginia Giuffre's posthumous memoir just dropped with devastating new allegations. The details in that book are apparently so damaging that palace lawyers have been in crisis mode for weeks. Second, leaked emails show Andrew stayed in contact with Jeffrey Epstein way longer than he admitted. He lied about cutting ties. The evidence is irrefutable.
The association between both Andrew and Sarah with Jeffrey Epstein. And this is quite important because this was the Mail on Sunday, if you remember, published the first ever picture of Prince Andrew with Virginia Giuffre.
Third, King Charles got heckled in public by someone shouting, "How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?"
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? What do you think? Should the MPs be allowed to debate the royals in the House of Commons?
That video went viral. Millions of people watched it. The comments were brutal. The pressure became unbearable. Parliament was threatening to act if Charles didn't. Scotland Yard is reportedly considering opening an investigation. The walls were closing in from every direction. Charles had to choose between his brother and the survival of the monarchy. But there's another layer to this. Sources say William gave his father an ultimatum behind closed doors. Strip Andrew's titles or I'll make this my first act as king. Charles caved. He didn't want history to remember him as the king who protected a disgraced prince. So he became the king who punished one instead. When Harry heard the news, sources say his stomach dropped. He genuinely believed titles were untouchable, that being the king's son meant permanent protection. He was wrong. Insiders close to the Sussexes say Harry and Meghan are rattled and panicked by what this precedent means for them. They thought Andrew's situation was different. They thought Harry's position as Charles's son made him safe. But Andrew was the Queen's son, and it didn't save him. The last time a British prince was stripped of his title was 1919, over 100 years ago. That's how rare this is supposed to be. Harry thought it would never happen in modern times. He thought wrong. Friends of the couple say Meghan has been calling her team non-stop. She's asking if there's anything they can do to protect the titles. The answer? Nothing. If the king decides to strip them, there's no way to stop it. No one can overrule the monarch on matters of royal titles. Harry reportedly tried calling his father. The call went unanswered. He tried reaching out to William. Radio silence. The family has shut them out completely, and now they're sitting in California watching their worst nightmare unfold in real time. But here's where it gets darker for Meghan and Harry. Meghan has been caught red-handed violating the 2020 Sandringham Agreement. Remember, she's banned from using the HRH title. She agreed to it. She signed off on it, but she's been using it anyway. A gift basket sent out last year was signed with compliments of HRH, the Duchess of Sussex. She posted a letter from Ukraine's vice president that addressed her as HRH. She didn't correct them, she embraced it. Screenshots of these violations have been circulating online for months. Royal watchers have been documenting every instance, and the palace has been keeping track too. Charles has turned a blind eye, but William is furious. William sees Meghan using a banned title while Andrew just lost all of his. The hypocrisy is eating at him, and he's planning to fix it the moment he becomes king. Insiders say William has already instructed his team to prepare the framework. The documents are drafted, the language is finalized, all he needs is the crown on his head, and he's executing the plan immediately. A royal commentator said it best, "Harry and Meghan are next. This isn't about Andrew. Andrew was just the pawn removed from the board to clear the way for William's real target." William sees this as a watershed moment, a chance to modernize the monarchy and cut out the dead weight. A palace insider revealed he's adamant that letting Harry and Meghan keep their titles while they make millions criticizing the royals undermines everything the institution stands for. William isn't interested in reconciliation anymore. He's interested in damage control, and Harry and Meghan are the damage. The Andrew situation gave William the precedent he needed. It showed the public that titles can be stripped. It showed Parliament that the palace is willing to act. And most importantly, it showed Harry and Meghan that they're not untouchable. So what happens next? William is moving his family to the Windsor estate. He doesn't want Andrew as a neighbor. Beatrice and Eugenie get to keep their titles for now, but insiders say that might not last under King William. George, Charlotte, and Louis are being raised with a very different mindset than Harry was. William is teaching them that titles come with responsibility, that privilege must be earned, not assumed. Harry's dream of reconciling with his father? Crushed. The bridge isn't just burned, it's been blown up. William has made his position clear. The moment he becomes king, everything changes. Royal experts are predicting the announcement will come within the first month of his reign. Some say the first week. William wants to set the tone immediately. He wants the world to know that his monarchy will be different. Smaller, stricter, more accountable. The writing has been on the wall for years, but Harry and Meghan refused to read it. They thought California gave them immunity. They thought distance meant safety. They were wrong on both counts. The precedent has been set. Misbehave and you lose everything. It doesn't matter if you're the king's brother or the king's son. The crown comes first. Always. And Harry and Meghan just learned that the hard way. The question now isn't if they'll lose their titles, it's when. William is already in position. The plans are already drawn. All that's left is the coronation. Here's the real question, though. Will Harry and Meghan fight back when it happens, or will they finally accept defeat? Drop your prediction in the comments below. And if you think William's doing the right thing, smash that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Share this with anyone who needs to know the truth. Hype this video if you really like it.